a great job, didn't she? You don't skateboard, do you?
No, not really.
No. It's dangerous enough being in the kitchen with Chef Craig Emmons from Ninfa's Mexican restaurant because he is doing magic here. I mean, if you look at this spread, all of this is getting put together if you could only see the behind the scenes. If any of you are from Texas, this is going to be a restaurant that you are familiar with because that is where Ninfa's Mexican kitchen came from. All of these delicious, authentic Tex-Mex meals with all of the spices and the lovelies from Latin America and from Mexico. But today, specifically in the next 5 minutes, we wanted to teach you how you can make marinated pork tacos and mole rubbed salmon. Chef Craig is already fast at work. Thank you so much for coming in. You're going to put me to work right away.
Right. Yeah, you're not here for free.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
We're delighted.
To be here today.
So what is in here and what do we have going there?
So what we are working on today is our al pastor tacos.
Okay.
Which is a pork dish, and it's pork butt that has been marinated in an adobo marinade.
Ooh.
It incorporates a chote paste, different citric acids, as well as herbs and spices. It's a great dish. It's very fun. A lot of people have embraced this dish and really have come to like it a lot.
Well, I can tell that the layers of flavors are just going to kind of roll through your mouth because, I mean, you talked about adobo chilies and you said all sorts of different things that I can't frankly remember. It just was a lot.
You're not gonna believe how good it is. It's wonderful.
Okay, so we also talked about a mole rubbed salmon, and so you're throwing your salmon in there. We're going to sear that off.
Yep, I've got a nice hot pan, and this is good for people to know. Searing helps kind of lock in the juice and the flavors of the salmon, or same with if you're doing a steak or any other kind of dish. It helps to kind of control it so that you're not getting a lot of seepage from your meat.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to sear this off and get it cooking nice and hot like that. And then in the meantime, we'll cook our pork. And then to go with our al pastor tacos, I'm also sauteing some onions and pineapple.
I might need to raise that for you since you put me to work.
Okay.
Hand me those
you.
little, what do you call those? Tongs?
The tongs.
Okay. That was me. I made the noise. I'm not the professional here. Okay, so, as we start to look at this recipe, and the recipes, by the way, folks at home, will be made available on our website, but we're going to start to look for what as we warm this up.
What we want to see is your onions will start to clarify, and then they're going to start to slowly caramelize where the sugars of the onion will cook.
Okay.
And you get a little color, not too much, and it helps kind of cook the sugars in the pineapple as well. And it helps really give you a robust flavor from the pineapple, and it's going to combine with this pork, and it's just going to create a taste explosion in your mouth. You're not going to believe it.
Now, after we sear that, is it going to have the salmon? Is it going to have a coating or anything on?
What it does is it cooks the proteins, and then it's going to give you almost, it's not a skin, but just a nice firm texture on the outside.
So where's the seasoning coming from?
The seasoning we were going to put on, I've already put a little salt and pepper on it, and then when we go to throw it in the oven, which is where we finish the salmon, I'm going to put it with our fresh homemade mole rub.
Oh, gotcha.
Now this is something that we do special ourselves, and you can kind of see that. It combines 3 different chilies, 4 different types of nut. They're dried, they're ground down, they're combined with seasons and spices.
That's like authentic goodness in a cup right there.
Everything we do, we make from scratch ourselves. Nothing's pre-made, nothing is pre-done. Everything is done right in our kitchen today. So when you come in at night and you're eating that, you know that I made that or one of our cooks made it that morning.
Aww,
that's one of the great things. You
just kind of made my heart go like pitter-pat. You're making it for me.
Well, absolutely.
Well, things are starting to warm up over here. I do want to direct our attention with one of the cameras over here because we do have some additional items on their menu that I wanted to point out to you. We talked a little bit about these chilies, and they don't have this nasty breading on them. They're just good by themselves. Then we've got this interesting burger here. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I don't even know what that, I've never ordered that.
That is our carnitas torta.
Okay.
And this is a traditional dish, actually, and we have these rolls made for our restaurant.
Okay.
And it's a pork carnitas that's been shredded, and we cook it with some jalapenos and onions, and then it has our own, made from scratch, pickled onions, some queso fresco, and a sunny side up egg.
What's to do with the egg?
That's just one of the traditional things, which we really try to embrace a lot of traditional aspects that you see throughout Mexico as well.
And you do that through the use of these spices right here and these kind of these flavors on this, right?
These are some of the chilies that we use in our different salsas, as well as the rubs and other recipes and marinades. So we employ all of those, and we try to really keep everything, like I said, made from scratch, very traditional, and it's a lot of fun.
I walked away from my job. Would I be fired as your sous chef?
Not at all. You're
I
doing
was totally
great.
distracted by the delicious dishes.
It's hard to get distracted.
Okay, so we're looking for these onions to kind of clarify, to clear up a little bit. We're warming up the pineapples in there. We've got the pork that's got all those delicious flavors on it, and then our sauce here is starting to warm up. You've added on this.
This is the mole rub.
Okay.
So we put this on top, and when we cook it in the oven, it'll help kind of give you a crust on top of the salmon. So when we later plate it, the sauce that you're stirring is called our Pt2 sauce.
Pt2.
This is a very unique sauce that we make also from scratch. It's a very involved process. We incorporate shrimp shells, and we make a shrimp broth out of those, clam juice, as well as roasted tomatoes, jalapenos, onions,
I'm going in
leeks.
for a taste. I'm sorry.
Isn't that great?
It's got so much. Oh gosh,
There's a little bit of bite at the end.
It's got a bite at the end. I like it,
wondered
though.
about that first, right?
I like it. There's a margarita around here somewhere that I can chase it with. All right, Craig, continue to work. Gosh, I feel like we just kind of did a little symphony of
Got a lot going on.
Food goodness. We're going to get to the signature cocktails. We're going to plate this up, and then we're going to take a big collective sigh of relief because we've lasted the hour together.
Yes.
All right.